All right, thank you again and congratulations. You're right at the finish line of your child's senior year. So thank you so much for partnering with us these last 4 years. And congratulations to you and your scholar. Again, thank you for joining us this evening. If you could take a moment to please sign in using the link that you see on your screen, and it's also available in the chat. We'll go ahead and get started in just one moment. Joining me this evening also is Miss Moreno, one of our vice principals at Pittsburgh High School and the administrator for our 12th grade families. Also joining me this evening is Miss Fu, our 12th grade counselor. And also joining me this evening, Miss Melanie Mosey, one of our college and career counselors. So thank you again for joining us. Oh, and also joining us this evening, Miss Walker, also one of our college and career counselors. Thank you for joining us. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. If you have any questions after the presentation, please feel free to contact either of our parent and family liaison. Their contact information is on the screen, along with their phone numbers and extensions. And today we're going to talk about how to check in with your students' counselors, their graduation requirements, graduation picture retakes for the yearbook, senior ball, senior trip, cap and gown, the graduation date, and then college and scholarships. So there's a lot of information to cover. We'll try to cover all of it within an hour. If you have any questions, please place them in the Q&A. Our counselors who are joining us this evening will be monitoring your questions throughout the presentation. All right, Ms. Fu.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm Ms. Fu. I am the counselor for students with last names A through LE. Mr. Ajani is the counselor for students LI through Z. Ms. Lay is our Puente counselor, and Mr. Flores is our ELD counselor. So please feel free to contact us if you have any questions. There's our emails and our phone numbers as well. So please feel free to connect with us if you have any questions or if you want to meet about your student. Next slide. Great. Okay, so the graduation requirements for our Pittsburgh High School students are students that you must have 220 credits to graduate. You have to meet all graduation requirements to participate in the graduation ceremony. So it's really important you have to get all those credits completed and your community service hours completed as well to participate in our graduation in June. The community service requirements, we have 35 hours that are required for your student to elementary schools and our middle schools, and they can, and junior highs, I'm sorry, and talk to their teachers, and they can earn some hours there. But also you can go to a nonprofit organization as long as they are not getting paid for the work they are doing. You know, we will count those hours. They have to complete the forms, and that can be found on our PHS website or in our counseling office as well. In any counseling office, we have 4, but in our counseling, our senior suite is room A140. Avid and Puente students, you have to complete 100 hours of community service. So they have to get those forms in as well and those hours in. Next slide. So graduation status on Aries, you can see this when you go to Aries, you go to grades and then you select transcript. So this is what you will see regarding the different grades that they have completed throughout their 4 years at PHS. And if you have any questions regarding their graduation status, just to make sure, you know, they're on track. I answer questions all the time. You know, I answer emails and phone calls just to be sure. So please feel free to reach out to us. And now we have Miss Mosley and Miss Walker.
Hello, my name is Sunitha Walker. I'm one of the college technicians in the Career Center. We're glad to have you on this evening. I have my counterpart, Miss Melanie Mosley. She's also online with us tonight. And we'd like to thank you and welcome you for coming. Next slide, please. Okay, first of all, this is the time of the year where our seniors are applying for four-year college. The four-year college deadline, the four-year college applications opened up on October 1st for CSU applications, and it closes on November 30th. For our UC applications, the applications opened up on August 1st, and it also closes on November 30th. If your student is interested in going to a private college, out-of-state college, HBCU, the deadlines varies. It will be up to your student to check the college for those deadline dates. As a unit, we are going into we're hosting college applications every Tuesday and Thursday. So if your student is interested in getting assistance with any application, they can come into the College and Career Center for assistance. Next slide. Next slide, please. For our students that are interested into local community colleges, that's our two-year colleges, Las Madonas College, DVC College, Contra Costa College, or any community college in the state of California. We will start working with those students on their college application in the second semester starting in January. There is no deadline for the community college, but we will be hosting workshops to help assist those students with their college application also. Next slide. Armed Forces, for those students that are not interested in attending college and that may be interested in joining the military or just want to know, get a career exploration, they can take our ASVAB test, which we'll be holding tomorrow from 8:30 to 12 o'clock in room B208. We've sent out a link if your student is interested in doing career exploration or interested in joining one of the armed forces, whether it's the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, and or the Coast Guard. If your student is interested in ROTC, we recommend that they go to the college and check out their ROTC office for further information. Next. FAFSA and scholarships, which is very important. So once you apply for college, you should also apply for scholarships and financial aid. Pittsburgh High School has been hosting financial aid workshops since summer. We are going into all of our econ and government classes every Wednesdays to host college application workshops. Last Thursday, we had Cash for College, in which we asked all parents to come out to bring their 2020-21 taxes so that their student can complete their FAFSA or CADA applications. Get FAFSA and CADA open October 1st. The deadline is March 2nd, but we do not want to wait until March 2nd. We want to complete our FAFSA this semester so that our students can get their financial aid award letter in early January or February so that they can make a decision on where they would like, which college they would like to attend. Also, our local scholarships, which is open to all high school seniors at Pittsburgh High School. We encourage all students to apply for the local scholarships. It opened on November 1st and it closes December 31st. We are asking all our students to start asking for the letter of recommendations. Letter of recommendations can come from teachers, counselors, pastors, employers, anyone that's not related to that student. So we're asking, again, we're asking all our seniors to apply for the local scholarship, which opens November 1st. It's open to all. It's not based on just merit. It can be based on community service. It can be based on your ethnicity. It can be based on your major. It can be based on what school you're applying to. It can be based on what improvement you've shown over the years. So there's a number of items that donors are looking for. So please encourage your student to apply for the local scholarship, which can be found on our Pittsburgh High School College and Career page under scholarships. Next.
I'm sorry, Sunitha, and I apologize because I was answering questions in the chat. Did you indicate that the FAFSA and CADA applications is a state mandate?
Oh, I did not. You want
Okay.
to
Yes.
elaborate?
So parents, excuse me, your student completing the FAFSA for the CADA application is a mandate now from the state of California. So this is something new that was passed by Governor Newsom, and it is requiring that all seniors complete a FAFSA. This does not, I mean, even if they are not planning on going to college, they are still required to complete a FAFSA. We are going into the econ and government classes for the month of November. So you will be getting you will get messages from us via Parent Square advising you that we are asking your students to have either do one or two things. You can come in after school with your taxes and we can complete that process with you and your student, or you can send your taxes with your student and we can help them complete their FAFSA. Also, it is for the you have to have your 2021 taxes. And so again, we will be going into your students' classrooms. We will be sending you guys messages, but this is a mandate from the state of California.
If you have any questions about any of this, please feel free to contact us in the College and Career Center, and our information can be found on the website under the College and Career page. Next. Is that us?
Yes.
Okay, transcript requests. So now, once your students start applying for four-year college, colleges will start asking for official transcript. They will start asking sometime around January. So the student can go on to Parchment to request their transcript. Here's the link, and they can go on and put the information into where they want their transcripts to be sent to. They can ask for up to 10, 20 official transcripts. Official transcripts must be sealed. They must have a seal on it and sealed. Once that seal is broken, it is no longer official anymore. So please, if your student gets an official transcript, make sure the envelope stays sealed. Please allow plenty of time. Do not wait to the last minute asking for your scholarship, and also make sure the student is checking their emails, because colleges will start asking in January for official transcripts. And if they don't get them by the deadline, they will rescind their application. So that's very important that your students check their emails once they start applying for colleges, because they'll start asking for official transcripts. They're looking for the grades of this first semester. So they'll want to see what those grades are before they make a final decision if your student will be admitted to their college. So please, after they completed their application, to start checking the email that they put on the application to see if the college is requesting any additional information. Is EAOP on here?
They're not.
Okay.
Sunitha, let me just, because there's questions coming in the chat. Parents, if you want to come in after school to do the FAFSA, just make sure you have your student with you, because they do have to log in, and generally we are there until 4:30 in the afternoon.
Next slide. Our early academic outreach program. It consists of 3 college advisors. That's Mr. Robledo, Mariel Neary, and Jaylene Perez. What EAOP is they help assist students with their college applications. Usually their UC applications, helping with their PIQs, writing their essays, making sure that they are correct and accurate. They help with financial aid applications, scholarships, and student essays. EAOP has a cohort of about 100 students. So if they're interested in joining, or interested in the program, or just interested in getting some assistance, they can drop in during lunch, brunch, and or after school. Their contact information is above. Next slide.
All right, so on the screen are lots of important dates that are important for you to be aware of. And please keep in mind, we will send you the PowerPoint along with this evening's recording so that you have access to it, but you're welcome to take a screenshot or a picture if you'd like. November 1st, again, our local scholarship opens. All the information for the scholarships is on the College and Career website page. As Ms. Mosley and Ms. Walker mentioned, November 8th, tomorrow, if your student is interested in taking the ASVAB exam, that is taking place tomorrow morning. On November 30th is our final day to submit UC and CSU applications. And December 16th is the final date to turn in all your work for the first semester. So that's very important, because semester grades will hit their transcript. January 3rd is the final first semester grades. January 4th, the second semester begins. In February will be the panoramic photo. March 2nd is the last day for the FAFSA or the California Dream Act. Again, as Ms. Walker, Ms. Mosley said, you want to have your student fill that out as soon as possible and not wait until the final deadline. March 6th is the final payment date if your student will be joining for the Disneyland grad night. April 24th will be our honors night. May 1st is the deadline for declaration of intent for the colleges. So when your student applies to the various colleges, by May 1st, they have to tell the colleges who have offered them admission which college they will select to attend. On May 13th is the senior ball. On May 19th, we'll have our grad night at Disneyland. That's optional for students who are attending. May 21st is our baccalaureate. And May 25th is college acceptance night. May 27th is our Coachella, and we'll give you more information in the next couple slides. May 30th is our staff senior basketball game. June 2nd is our senior sunset. And then graduation rehearsal is to be determined. Students will receive information as to when that is. And then the date that everyone is waiting for, June 3rd or 4th, graduation ceremony. And right now it's to be determined. Those are the tentative dates, and we'll discuss that in more detail in the next slides. All right, if your student has any outstanding fines, we ask that all student fines be cleared prior to graduation, or the diploma may not be issued, and fines will not be collected on graduation day. All fines other than library fines must be cleared prior to purchasing their senior ball ticket as well. Graduation photographs for those who did not take their photos over the summer or considering doing retakes, please contact Prestige at the phone number or their website to have those done. The panoramic picture will take place in February of this coming year. Students will receive information as far as the specific date and time for that, but that is coming up in February. The yearbook. So the yearbook, you can purchase the yearbook at the school store. You'll see the website information on your screen, and the cost is on your screen as well. $85 from March 1st through April 23rd. You do also have the option to have a page purchased starting December 11th. So if you want to do a whole page or a half page or a quarter page with a dedication to your student, maybe add a baby picture, that's optional. But if that's something that you do want, that does start on December 11th. All of that has to be completed online as well. If your student is participating in the senior trip, you'll see the payment dates and the amount of deposits, and the payments are spread out over a couple of months, starting from November all the way through March. And then everything has to be done online as well. You'll see the link there at www.travel.com. The senior ball will take place on May 13th. It's at the Regency Ballroom in San Francisco. It's a very beautiful location. The price right now is to be determined, but tickets will be on sale starting in the spring of this coming year. So students will receive more information as the price is determined. Cap and gown, students can order their cap and gowns right now or all the way through spring of 2023. You can order your cap and gowns online at the website you see on your screen, and the password there on your screen as well. Juniors and seniors participate in Coachella, which will take place this year on May 27th from 8 in the evening to 12 midnight. It's only available to juniors and seniors. The attire is casual, and it's a great opportunity for them to celebrate their end of year, their end of their senior years. So tickets will go on sale for that in the spring of this coming year. There will also be a game for students versus staff, and that will be in May. The coach is Mr. Chives, and you'll receive more information for that as it gets closer to May. There will also be the Clash of the Classes, May 22nd through May 26th. There'll be lots of different activities for students to participate in. Again, students receive information as the dates get closer. But that's a great opportunity again at the end of the school year for students to celebrate their senior year and just have fun with their friends. At the end of the school year event, there's the senior sunset for 12th graders only that will take place on May 31st from 4 in the evening to 8:30. That will take place at the Pirate Stadium. Again, it's a great opportunity for them to say their goodbyes to their friends as they culminate their last year at Pittsburgh High School. And then a couple of things to be aware of. Although our students, many of your students have almost met the graduation requirements, there are some things that may prevent them from walking the stage, failing grades, if they have poor attendance towards the end of the year, or any disciplinary incidents, or if there's any senior pranks as well. Ms. Fu or Ms. Walker or Ms. Mosley, is there anything you'd like to add to that? No?
No,
Okay.
No, I think you covered it.
All right, so again, you're almost at the finish line. Congratulations to each of you. And this is a real critical year. We want to make sure that parents and families and staff are all working together. It's going to take teamwork to get all of our students across that finish line. So this is both an exciting time and also a bittersweet time for both you and your students. So be aware that your student may be experiencing excitement in their senior year, but also maybe a little bit of sadness because this is a little bittersweet time for them as they end their last year at Pittsburgh High School. And so really work together to support your student during this transitional year. All right, graduation will take place in June. The rehearsal will be at the Concord Pavilion. The date is still to be determined, and achievers will be there throughout the year to deliver caps and gown orders if you haven't already ordered yours. Graduation again is scheduled for tentatively right now for June 3rd or 4th. Keep in mind that this is at the Concord Pavilion, so it is tentative because if they are allowing us to use their facility, if they were to schedule something else, then we would let you know of the change. But right now it's tentatively scheduled for June 3rd or 4th. And students may decorate their cap, but they must have an administrator approval. So they'll have information when to turn in their decoration ideas. And students will have the ability to choose who they want to walk with. And graduation practice will determine their walking or seating order for the graduation day. Again, the graduating class of 2023 will be celebrating tentatively on Saturday, June 3rd or 4th at 10 in the morning at the Concord Pavilion. Again, it's to be determined as Concord Pavilion does have the ability to change it last minute. And so tentatively right now it's scheduled for Saturday, June 3rd or 4th. Those are the dates that we currently have. Every student will receive free tickets. These tickets will be distributed close to graduation date. And tickets will be per assigned seat, and they will not be able to pick their seat. And that is something that is designated from Concord Pavilion, not from Pittsburgh High School. Every ticket given per student will be dependent on the number of students graduating. And so we won't have the information as far as how many tickets each student will receive until we know how many of our students will be graduating this school year. If you have any questions about graduation, many of the questions can be answered in the class of 2023 student meetings, which take place every Wednesday during lunch. If you have further questions, please feel free to contact Ms. Moreno, who's our 12th grade assistant principal. Her information is on the screen, as well as her phone number and extension. I will stop to take some questions. If you have any questions, feel free to place them in the Q&A, or you can also place your comments in the chat. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to place them in the Q&A, and you can also place comments in the chat.